Hello friendships and welcome to a new video. With the fasting month starting, that also means one thing. The Geylang Serai Bazaar is now officially open. It's really popular for older generations when it comes to shopping, but for us young people, it means only one important thing: good food. Every year, there are stalls that offer food offerings that you can't exactly get at other times of the year. These stalls have now recognized that we, as a young generation, are more than willing to spend on all these unique experiences. And that is why a lot of these stalls actually come up with food options that are very Instagrammable. And even though we are the target for such stalls, I think a lot of us really do place a lot of importance into how we spend our money. In this video, I did extensive research in order to find what stalls are actually the popular stalls, made a compilation of all the foods I want to tried out as many as I can in order to give you the best information, and also to make sure that you know, when you visit the bazaar yourself, which stalls are actually worth your money. Because girl, as a young person, you are pretty much also probably a broke bitch, like myself. It is really important for us to choose all the stalls that are actually worth trying and not just overhyped. With that in mind, let's get started. With each food item that I try, I'm going to be rating it in two different scales. First is the happiness scale. How happy did it make me? And number two, the worth it scale. Is it actually worth its price? So the first stall that I tried is milk tea from the alley. You also probably know what kind of milk tea is popular nowadays. There is only one answer: brown sugar. In terms of happiness, I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10. It tasted really good and really refreshing, especially from someone who was walking all around the place trying to find the stalls that I needed to find and asking them whether they would accept my $50 and if they would have change for me. In terms of worth, it is actually pretty worth it. I only paid $3.90, and that is actually a very decent price because in comparison, the other stalls really do tend to overcharge you. The next food on the list that I was actually really excited to try was Proffles. It's a mix of prata and waffles. Advertised a lot by Hersey in his Instagram, and I was really excited to try it because a lot of the food review places that I visited said that, oh wow, this is such an interesting concept, blah 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 blah. I paid $16.90 for their popular soft shell chili crab Proffles. In terms of happiness, I would say it gave me like wow, this is actually really cool to try out of 10. But in terms of worth, I would actually really say that it's not super worth it. That price of $16.90, or I believe it's going to be like $15.90 without the egg, $16.90 with the egg and the prata, but let's be real, everyone likes egg prata even more, so of course they went for the egg prata, but whatever. That price is just a little bit too much. In terms of serving, like they try to make it really aesthetic by giving you that really pretty cone, but if you actually pay attention to how like the workers put the food inside it, they only really put it at like the top layer, which is like the widest part. It feels like it's going to be a lot, but honestly it's not. I was able to finish it in like a few bites. Happiness, fine, but worth, not really. If you want to try it, I would suggest like, okay, go for it, but definitely share with a friend because that $16.90 price tag, way too much. Now, there's also other popular stalls that are really meant to be like, wow, I can't believe they offer such things in a food bazaar. And those stalls are Lobster Bro and Beef Bro. With these stalls, I only have one thing to say, and that is no. Like, no, these prices are way too steep for a food bazaar. Like, who in their right mind would be charging $20 for one food item? Okay, like that is way too expensive for young people. Also, like, I did like the research. A lot of the sites and the videos that I watched for research actually said it's not good enough to justify a $20 price tag. We should not fall prey to all these $20, $22 kind of bullshit, because spending $20 on like one thing totally just not justify it. There's so many other things that you can buy. I'm not dealing with it. Justice is out. Peace. Now the next thing that I tried is Milk Bro. The owner is some famous Singapore person that I'm so sorry I don't really know. I went like on all the review site and they said, oh, Milk Bro is here and it's worth trying, so I'm like, okay, sure. I tried like their signature flaming boba milk tea with cream mousse or something like that. I want to see how like a bubble tea that needs a blowtorch would taste like, so I was like, sure, I'm gonna buy it. In terms of happiness, I would say that it gave me like a 6 out of 10. Now, it didn't score as high as I think it would be. Flaming blowtorch part of the experience was so unremarkable. You don't even like they literally just went like My friend Nicole said that it just tastes like hard cheese, which is fine I guess, but it's not exactly like, ooh wow amazing. In terms of worth, I probably would not try it again because it's like $6 for a normal size and like $7 for a big size, which is honestly like not really okay. If you were to buy bubble tea from Liho and like Gongcha, all these places, maybe at most you'll pay like $6, but for them to charge like $7 for like a big cup, it was a little bit too much, okay? Like, let's just leave it at that. Another thing that we did try is the White Rabbit drinks and the White Rabbit ice cream from Take a Bite. This was actually super interesting because it's really a part of our young generation. I remember growing up and eating White Rabbit candy as a child. So I guess they were really trying to play up the whole nostalgia factor in order to try to sell these. But in terms of happiness and in terms of worth, I would give it like really happy to eat this if I was obsessed with White Rabbit growing up, but I wasn't, so I was mildly disappointed. They really do have the White Rabbit taste in like the drink and the White Rabbit taste in the ice cream, but honestly like it wasn't revolutionary. The White Rabbit ice cream, it's a soft serve and it's served in like this really small cup. It costs $6. Is that worth it for $6? Bitch, no it is not. I was basically so unhappy that I literally paid $6 for an ice cream with like 3 pieces of the edible White Rabbit paper on top of it. Why would I pay $6 for paper ice cream? The texture isn't like good and smooth. It's so like icy and really not that good. So I was just like, okay, I would feel so much more better if I spent my money on like $5 Ben & Jerry's basically. For the drink as well, it didn't really taste all that amazing. It was pretty much a little bit disappointing. All the White Rabbit parts are only at the bottom. It's up to you fam, I wouldn't buy it again. By this point, me and my friend Nicole were actually a little bit disappointed. Like, we weren't exactly getting revolutionary food in the bazaar. So, in order to feel so much more better, we actually just decided to buy, wait for it, Ramly burgers. You can't go wrong with it. You grew up with the taste, it's good. It's a pasamalam technically, so buying a Ramly burger isn't wrong. In terms of happiness and in terms of worth, I would give it finally I have something that made me really happy and was actually worth the price. Thank goodness. And also like to get one final drink because obviously we haven't been getting many drinks already. I got like the $2 milk tea from one of those Thai milk tea places that have like the banners in front of their store like $2 for 700 ml, $3 for 1 liter. So you're just like, okay sure, it's a lot of drink for a very low price, I'ma buy it. I actually compared it with that really popular Thai milk tea stall that actually has a brand. It's called Bro Tea. So I tried both drinks at the same time. It wasn't much of a competition. Both of them were not super exciting. The Bro Tea was actually pretty diluted tasting. The Thai milk tea, I ordered like the smaller one because we've already had a lot of drinks. It actually tasted like really bitter, and which was actually super weird. But really overall, a lot of these places are very much overhyped. Sure, I get it, everyone would want to try it, but having tried out all like the cool things that everyone was recommending, it just didn't really justify everything. Like, no. All these small things that are actually what makes a pasamalam are the ones that made me the happiest. For anyone who wants to visit Geylang Serai Bazaar, I suggest that you just go and maybe spend like at most $20 on all like the new things that everyone is saying is a must try. But for the rest of your money, you can just spend it on all like things that are not just there because it's the Geylang Serai Bazaar, but because it is what makes a night market a night market. No offense to all like the stalls that I decided not to try or I didn't really like that much, simply because like I'm filming this from a young person's perspective. A lot of the people who go here are people who don't have like dispensable income. So all of us, we would want to really try to sift out and really try to find like that 1 or 2 stalls that are actually definitely worth trying and are not just worth trying because like the popular people tell you to try it, you know? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video. Now, if you like what you saw, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And also, friendships, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe and, you know, like supported me in all these nonsense that I'm doing. In the coming months, I have a lot more interesting content, so do keep an eye out for those. And for all of you guys that have been supporting me since the very beginning and just, you know, watching my videos, thank you so much. That's pretty much it for the video. Stay tuned for the next one. See you then. Peace!